And welcome to this week's Illinois Wesleyan Titan Coaches Show. I'm Eric Stock from WJBC Radio, joined by the head football coach at Illinois Wesleyan, Eash. Coach, good to have you back.
Good to see you, Eric.
So a 2-0 start after an impressive win over Nebraska Wesleyan last week. Getting off to a strong start offensively, scoring in your first 6 offensive possessions. I guess there was an earlier 3 and out, but then you scored the next 6 after that. So do you feel like the team played to its full potential last week?
Well, it was good to get our second non-conference win, and we won the non-conference season, and we're right where we want to be. We wanted to be 2-0, undefeated, going into conference play, and we are. And we played some good teams. Of course, University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, tremendous game, number 3 in the country. They're no longer 3 in the country. And then we played Nebraska Wesleyan, who came off a tough loss in their first game, but played much better in their second game against us. And I thought we played well early, had the game under control. I thought maybe the end of the third quarter, fourth quarter, we didn't manage the game as well as we should have, and that starts with me and the coaching staff and the players. But overall, we did a lot of really, really good things. So we're happy with where we're at, and now we're excited to get the conference play started.
Well, when Nebraska Wesleyan had scored late in the game, mostly reserves the win at that point, and they actually were driving and getting close to scoring potentially again with about 5 minutes to go before there was a deflected pass for an interception. Were you considering at some point maybe bringing the starters back in? Was it getting to that point a little uncomfortable?
I don't think we would have done that. You know, they were making some big plays. They were throwing the football. You know, we were giving up some catches, and those are a concern. You don't want to give up big plays. But you know, they had 17 yards of rushing offense against us, and so we kind of forced them to pass. And so we had some breakdowns in the secondary, but those are things that we need to see and we need to correct going into conference play.
You've talked about being able to run the ball and stopping the run as keys to success, and almost every coach says that and believes that. And you've been able to stop the run the first couple of games. What do you think has been the key to that? I guess it starts with your defensive front 4.
Yeah, I think that we force teams to throw the football. I think we, bring people down in the box and force them to throw, and when we do that, we have to be able to defend the pass. So we did that against Whitewater. Nebraska Wesleyan, we had a couple breakdowns like I mentioned, but I'm not concerned. I think we're going to correct those things. You mentioned that we did rush the ball. We had another great day of rushing the ball, over 250 yards of rushing. I thought our offensive line played tremendous. I thought Morgan Alexander had another great game, and I thought Brandon Bauer was better in the second game. And he ran the ball very well, but he threw much better than he did in the first game. And
the 3-pronged running attack, not just Alexander, who has rushed the ball really well in the first couple of games, but attack in 3 running backs that all have differing styles. How does that help set up the offense?
We are running back by committee. Of course, Morgan Alexander starts the game for us, and then Nick Harkar comes in, and Matisse Scott. They're all different runners and gives our offense a little bit different dimension every time they're in. So, we're going to continue doing that. I think it's hard for teams to prepare a little bit against our running backs. I think Andrew Appel, our tight end, had a great game. We use him down in the backfield a little bit, and I think he's done a great job not only blocking but also catching the ball. So we're a very diverse offense, and of course we have the young group of receivers that are doing a tremendous job too.
Now we turn our attention to conference play, and it starts off with a tough one at North Central on the road, a preseason top 5 team. Just our thoughts about heading to Naperville this weekend.
Well, starting the conference race, it doesn't matter who you're playing. It's important to win that first conference game, because half the conference teams are going to win this Saturday and half are going to lose. And it does put you in the driver's seat. It just so happens we're playing North Central. They have a great program. They have great tradition. They're ranked number 5 in the country right now. They were ranked 2 in the preseason poll in the CCIW. So we're definitely the underdogs going into that game. This will be our first road game. We've been at 2 at home. So there's a lot of different things with this game. But, we have to focus on what we have to do to beat North Central. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. We have to make sure we slow him down. They also can rush the ball. They have a great running back. So it's hard to defend them. But our defense, did a good job against Whitewater and Nebraska Wesleyan, so we hope that we can get the same performance out of them. Offensively, we're going to face probably one of the top defenses in the league. They have 7 starters returning. I think 6 of those 7 were all conference players last year, so that says a lot. They're very good up front. Their linebackers are very good. They get to the football. They have some new people in the secondary, but I don't think they're going to, notice those guys that left last year. They're a very sound defense. So we got to keep them off balance a little bit. Make sure we establish a run and take what they give us and be able to play at a high level with them. It's going to be that type of game, and it was that against Whitewater too. Very intense. The speed was great. The physicality was great, and it's going to be that way this Saturday.
All right, we'll look forward to it. Thanks for the time, Coach. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, Eric.